My dear friends, let me share with you the true value hidden in something as simple as a plate of steamed vegetables at supper time. It might sound ordinary, but I believe it could change the way we view our evening meals, especially as we enter the golden years of life. Have you ever wondered why some people in their 70s still walk lightly, sleep soundly, and feel bright each morning, while others in their early 60s already struggle with aches, poor digestion, and restless nights? Many assume it must be expensive supplements or some secret cure. But very often the real magic sits right there on the dinner table, an unassuming plate of fresh, steamed greens. You see, in my decades as a health practitioner here in London, I have met countless elderly patients asking about pills, tonics, or health fads, and I always remind them before thinking of medicine, start with the meals you eat every day. Supper, in particular, is the time when the body begins to rest, the digestive system slows, and the liver and kidneys deserve light, easy work, not the burden of heavy meats or fried food. In many English homes, the evening meal is often simpler than the midday roast. It may be a bowl of soup, some bread, and plenty of boiled or steamed vegetables. Some people dismiss this as poor man's food, but doctors, and I include myself, deeply value this kind of meal. For as we age, our bodies need less protein and fat, but far more fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Nutrients vegetables provide in the purest, most digestible form. Steamed greens such as broccoli, courgettes, carrots, cabbage, or even spinach hold a hidden treasure for senior health. They keep the bowels moving, prevent constipation, reduce inflammation, protect the arteries, balance cholesterol, lower blood pressure, and even support memory. Personally, after turning 60, I went through restless nights, joint stiffness, and loss of appetite. Yet by keeping my suppers simple with lightly steamed vegetables, I regained restful sleep, fresher mornings, and a lighter spirit. I often recall an old English saying, sometimes the best medicine is not found in a pharmacy but in the garden outside your door. Think of our grandparents who lived long lives without fancy supplements. Their strength came from humble, seasonal produce, and prepared with care. Modern studies confirm this. Regular evening consumption of green vegetables reduces risks of chronic illness, hypertension, high cholesterol, strokes, even dementia. And beyond health, such suppers give the stomach, liver, and kidneys a break. With their fiber and hydration, vegetables cleanse the gut, assist detox, brighten the skin, and calm the mind for sleep. For older adults, what could be more precious than a peaceful night's rest, a comfortable stomach, and a cheerful mood? That is why a plate of steamed vegetables should never be underestimated. It is nature's gentle prescription, offering seniors the chance to live each day healthier, clearer, and more at ease. So after all this, you might ask, which vegetables are the true golden five for supper, and how should we eat them to unlock their full benefits? Let's explore that together. Dear friends, let me walk you through the vegetables that doctors in Britain often recommend for supper, how to prepare them, and why they matter so much for senior health. Please don't miss this part because sometimes the simplest dishes hold the greatest treasures for well-being. Take broccoli, for example. On an English dinner plate, it may look humble next to a portion of fish and chips or a Sunday roast, yet it is one of the most powerful superfoods nature gives us. This green crown contains a wealth of vitamins, minerals, and rare compounds modern science praises as true anti-aging guardians. I still recall attending a geriatric health conference in Manchester a few years ago, where experts unanimously agreed leafy greens, especially broccoli, play a vital role in why some nations enjoy long lifespans. Even here in Britain, broccoli has become a kitchen staple, and when prepared properly, it outshines many so-called miracle supplements. Why is broccoli honored as a superfood? Fiber, the gatekeeper of digestion. One 100-gram portion of steamed broccoli provides around 2.5 grams of fiber, almost as much as a large banana. It contains both soluble and insoluble fiber. The soluble type slows sugar absorption and steadies blood sugar, while the insoluble fiber sweeps the gut clean, prevents constipation, and lowers the risk of colon cancer. Vitamin C, the builder of immunity. Broccoli actually provides more vitamin C than many citrus fruits. This vitamin strengthens resistance to colds, aids wound healing, reduces joint inflammation, and improves iron absorption, essential for preventing anemia. Vitamin K, the anchor of strong bones. Rich in vitamin K, broccoli helps calcium attach firmly to the bone. Studies in the Netherlands showed postmenopausal women who regularly ate cruciferous vegetables had up to 40% lower risk of fractures compared to those who did not. Folate vitamin B9, the memory and heart protector. Folate supports new cell growth, safeguards blood vessels, and reduces risks of stroke and dementia, making broccoli a natural brain tonic for older adults. Sulforaphane and glucosinolates, the golden anti-cancer shield. These compounds help DNA repair, slow cell aging, regulate hormones, and may suppress early tumor growth. Research has even linked cruciferous vegetables with reduced risks of breast, prostate, and bowel cancers. Other nutrients. Broccoli is also packed with B vitamins, calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and zinc, all vital for energy, strong bones, stable blood pressure, healthy skin, and a resilient immune system. Scientific evidence is clear. Those who regularly include cruciferous vegetables like broccoli in their diet can significantly reduce risks of chronic disease. A 2021 study from the U.S. National Cancer Institute found people eating 3 to 5 servings of these vegetables per week had notably lower risks of bowel, stomach, and breast cancers compared with those who rarely ate them. So, next time you sit down for a simple English supper, perhaps after a day at the Notting Hill Carnival or a cricket match, remember that a plate of steamed broccoli is more than just food. It is nature's gentle medicine helping you stay strong, sharp, and full of life in your golden years. Friends, let me share with you how broccoli, often overlooked on the British dinner table, can be a quiet hero for health in later life. Modern studies from Oxford, Cambridge, and even Harvard have confirmed what many traditional diets suggested long ago. Broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables can help the brain, the heart, and the gut stay younger for longer. Take, for example, research from Harvard Medical School on more than 13,000 older adults. Those who ate broccoli and similar greens at least 3 times a week showed memory decline 25% slower than those who ate them less than once a week. Vitamin K, together with powerful antioxidants, plays a vital role in reducing dementia risks and protecting nerve pathways. The benefits don't stop there. Broccoli is also a trusted ally for heart health. Studies across Europe and Japan show that middle-aged and older adults who frequently include broccoli in their meals have lower LDL cholesterol, more stable blood pressure, and up to 25% reduced risk of stroke or heart attack. Potassium, magnesium, and fiber in broccoli help keep arteries flexible and fight against atherosclerosis. Broccoli also shines for digestive health. The fiber it contains acts like a natural broom, sweeping toxins out of the colon, reducing constipation, and lowering the risk of polyps and colon cancer. Soluble fiber nurtures good gut bacteria, which eases bloating and inflammation. Many people in Britain hesitate to eat broccoli in the evening, worried it might cause discomfort. But when steamed properly and eaten in the right portion, especially with brown rice, light porridge, or steamed fish, it is easy to digest and promotes deeper sleep. Here are a few practical menu ideas for seniors in the UK. Light supper for better sleep. Steamed broccoli with a drizzle of olive oil, a small portion of whole grain porridge with carrots, and half a baked apple or pear for dessert. Brain and heart booster meal. Broccoli and carrot salad with olive oil and apple cider vinegar, a bowl of spinach soup with lentils and fresh oranges or yogurt. Support for diabetes and high blood pressure. Lightly stir-fried broccoli with prawns and spring onions paired with oat porridge and steamed cod with ginger. A few golden rules. Eat broccoli at dinner or early evening when the digestive system needs lighter work. Steam or boil gently for 3–5 minutes to keep the green color and preserve enzymes. Combine with colorful vegetables like carrots or pumpkin to absorb vitamins and eat more effectively. Use light dressings like olive oil, sesame oil, or mild soy sauce instead of heavy animal fats. Avoid overcooking, excessive salt, or deep frying, which destroy its heart benefits. Those with thyroid issues should eat broccoli only in moderate amounts, well cooked. I've seen many of my patients in London improve dramatically by simply adding broccoli 2 or 3 times a week into their diets. One elderly lady, 80 years old, once struggled with constipation, fatigue, and memory lapses. After a month of having steamed broccoli with light porridge for supper, she happily reported sleeping better, feeling mentally sharper, and even having a healthier skin glow. So next time you plan your dinner, whether after a busy day in London or a quiet evening with family, remember, a plate of steamed broccoli is more than just food. It is a natural gift for longevity, clarity, and peace of mind. An elderly doctor in Manchester once shared with me, while many of his younger colleagues chase after expensive tonics, supplements, or ginseng, he has always remained faithful to simple meals built around vegetables, especially broccoli. At nearly 70, his blood pressure and sugar levels are normal, his memory is sharp, and he still enjoys a brisk 3-kilometer walk each day. Across cultures, broccoli has been embraced in many different ways. In Japan, it is lightly steamed and added to salads or bowls of soba noodles. In Korea, it is even fermented into kimchi to boost gut health. Across Europe, broccoli appears in hearty soups or baked pasta with low-fat cheese, perfect for older adults. Here in the UK, broccoli finds its place on the dinner table alongside roast meats, mashed potatoes, or as part of a warm vegetable soup. A simple garlic-sautéed broccoli dish, seasoned with a touch of olive oil, is both delicious and a natural immune booster. Of course, broccoli is just one example of how seniors can eat to stay well. Carrots strengthen vision and the nervous system. Leeks help the bones and support better sleep. Aubergines cleanse the arteries and lower diabetes risk. And purslane, though often forgotten, supports liver detox and reduces inflammation in the gut. Instead of relying too heavily on sleeping pills or expensive supplements, older people should nurture themselves through gentle, balanced meals. Lightly steamed vegetables, porridge, fresh fruit, whole grains, small fish, eggs, and nuts. Limiting salt, animal fat, and red meat helps protect the heart and keep the body light. Dear friends, in later life the most precious things are self-control, peace of mind, and joy in the small moments. A simple plate of broccoli at supper does more than keep the bowels clear, the mind sharp, and the heart steady. It becomes a symbol of self-care and family connection, a reminder that health is cultivated around the dinner table. Conversations over these modest meals can soothe worries, preserve memory, and strengthen resilience. We have already explored the wisdom of broccoli. Journey does not end there. Ahead lies another humble yet powerful food, pumpkin. This golden medicine for seniors can brighten the eyes, nourish the skin, and protect the heart. So please don't put your phone away yet, because with just one small change to your evening plate, you can win back years of vitality for yourself and your loved ones. If broccoli acts as the broom that clears the gut and refreshes the mind, then pumpkin is the quiet companion that sharpens the eyes, softens the skin, and guards the heart through every meal. As the old English saying goes, good eyesight and steady hands are treasures greater than gold. In youth, we often overlook them, but in old age, we finally see their worth. Fortunately, the solution is close at hand. In local gardens, at the farmer's market, or even in your nearest supermarket lies one of nature's most versatile gifts for seniors, the humble pumpkin. Why is pumpkin so valuable? First, its abundance of beta-carotene, the key to maintaining strong vision. Just 100 grams of pumpkin provides a powerful dose of this compound, the precursor of vitamin A, which protects the retina, prevents dry eyes, and lowers the risk of age-related macular degeneration. Harvard University research in 2017, involving 40,000 adults over 60, showed that those who ate pumpkin and other orange-yellow vegetables at least 3 times per week had a 32% lower risk of macular degeneration and 23% lower risk of cataracts compared with those who ate very little. Beyond beta-carotene, pumpkin also contains lutein and zeaxanthin, plant pigments that filter harmful blue light from phones, televisions, and LED lamps, an important protection for today's digital age. Friends, let us talk about the humble pumpkin, a food you can easily find in London markets or at your local grocer, yet one of the most powerful natural remedies for seniors. Packed with nutrients, it nourishes the eyes, skin, heart, and digestive system in ways modern medicine continues to confirm. First, pumpkin is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, pigments that gather at the macula of the eye. They act like a natural shield, filtering harmful light and reducing the risk of retinal damage. For older adults who spend time reading, watching television, or using mobile phones to stay in touch with family, this is vital. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in lutein improved eyesight by up to 15% in people over 65. Second, pumpkin provides a generous dose of vitamin C, around 9 mg per 100 grams, nearly 15% of daily needs. Beyond boosting immunity against colds and infections, vitamin C is the glue that helps the body produce collagen, keeping the skin firm, reducing sagging, and healing wounds faster. For seniors, when collagen levels naturally decline, pumpkin is a gentle way to maintain healthier, younger-looking skin. Third, vitamin E in pumpkin acts as a strong antioxidant. It protects arteries, lowers the risk of atherosclerosis, and helps maintain stable blood pressure. It also slows the appearance of wrinkles and preserves skin smoothness. A 2021 Kyoto University survey revealed that seniors who ate vitamin E-rich foods, such as pumpkin 2 to 3 times per week, had nearly 20% lower risk of high blood pressure and a 23% reduced risk of stroke. Fourth, pumpkin is abundant in potassium and magnesium, essential minerals for heart health and relaxation. With 340 mg of potassium per 100 grams, pumpkin helps dilate blood vessels, flush out excess sodium, reduce water retention, and lower the risk of stroke. Magnesium supports the nervous system, easing cramps and improving sleep quality, particularly valuable for older adults who often struggle with restless nights. Japanese nutrition guidelines in 2018 recommended pumpkin as one of the top evening foods for seniors. Fifth, pumpkin supplies soluble fiber, about 1.3 g per 100 grams. This fiber softens stools, prevents constipation, and reduces the risk of colon polyps. It also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, strengthens immunity, lowers cholesterol, and steadies blood sugar. That makes pumpkin an ideal choice for seniors with diabetes or high cholesterol. Sixth, pumpkin carries B vitamins, iron, manganese, and zinc. These nutrients support energy metabolism, improve memory, and fight fatigue. Iron and zinc aid blood formation and tissue repair, helping the body recover after illness. Scientific evidence supports these benefits. A 2018 study in ophthalmology showed that older adults who regularly ate pumpkin, carrots, and sweet potatoes 4 times per week reduced their risk of age-related macular degeneration by 35%. Research from the University of Queensland in 2016 found that 150 g of pumpkin daily, about 6 mg of beta-carotene, reduced the risk of cataracts by 25%. A 2019 Johns Hopkins study showed seniors who frequently ate pumpkin had systolic blood pressure 7-8 mmHg lower on average than those who did not. A 2020 trial from Tokyo Nutrition Institute revealed that seniors who ate pumpkin 3 times weekly reduced chronic constipation risk by 40%, doubling their average bowel movements per week. Finally, a 2021 Hong Kong University survey confirmed that women aged 60-75 who consumed pumpkin regularly had smoother skin and fewer wrinkles compared with those who rarely ate it. So next time you are preparing a warm English supper, whether a light soup, a vegetable stew, or even a baked pumpkin dish with herbs, remember, pumpkin is not only tasty and versatile, but also a natural multivitamin for seniors. It keeps your eyes sharp, your skin radiant, your heart strong, and your digestion calm. Truly a golden gift for the golden years. Let us talk about pumpkin once more, but this time from the perspective of everyday life here in Britain. In London, you'll find pumpkins in supermarkets, farmers' markets, or even your neighbour's garden. And for seniors, this simple vegetable can become a natural remedy for sleep, digestion, skin, and heart health. The golden time to eat pumpkin is in the evening. Research from Nagoya University in Japan, 2022, showed that older adults who ate pumpkin at supper enjoyed deeper sleep, easier digestion, and less bloating. Pumpkin helps calm the nervous system, eases stress, and is especially beneficial for those with sensitive stomachs or frequent insomnia. How should pumpkin be prepared to keep its full nutrition? The best way is gentle steaming or boiling for 5-8 minutes, just enough to soften it while keeping its bright orange color and valuable enzymes. Light pumpkin porridge, for example, is easy to digest and perfect for seniors or those recovering from illness. Clear pumpkin soup with chicken or light stock nourishes the blood and keeps the body warm during cold English evenings. Mashed pumpkin blended with oats or walnuts adds soluble fiber and omega-3, supporting heart health. Pumpkin salad with peas or lentils also boosts plant protein for those with smaller appetites. Why not fry pumpkin heavily in oil? Because pumpkin absorbs oil very quickly, which makes it harder to digest. Instead, combine it with olive oil or a small drizzle of sesame oil to help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like N and E. Keep seasoning light. Avoid too much salt or commercial starch cubes. Meal ideas for seniors in the UK. Pumpkin and green pea porridge for gentle digestion. Steamed pumpkin with almonds as a light supper to promote better sleep. Chicken and pumpkin soup to strengthen blood and improve immunity. Mashed pumpkin with oats and yogurt for a fiber-rich breakfast. Pumpkin for specific health needs. For people with diabetes or high cholesterol, its fiber slows sugar absorption, reduces post-meal spikes, and protects blood vessels. A 2017 study from the National University of Singapore found diabetics who ate pumpkin 3 to 4 times per week reduced fasting blood sugar by 12% after 3 months. For those with insomnia or mild depression, pumpkin contains tryptophan, which the body converts to serotonin, the happiness hormone that supports calmness and restful sleep. Pumpkin with lotus seeds has long been a traditional remedy for sleep in Eastern medicine, now supported by science. For those prone to anemia, dry skin, or hair loss, pumpkin's mix of beta-carotene, vitamins C and E, and iron helps form red blood cells, repair skin tissue, and maintain healthy hair. Eating pumpkin 2 to 3 times a week makes the complexion brighter and aids wound healing. Expert advice for seniors who should eat more pumpkin. Seniors with weak eyesight, dry skin, digestive troubles, high blood pressure, diabetes, or difficulty sleeping. Vegetarians also benefit from its natural supply of vitamins and minerals. Who should limit pumpkin? Those with advanced kidney disease on dialysis due to potassium content. Also avoid pumpkin that has been stored too long, as it may ferment and upset digestion. How much is enough? Around 80–150 g per serving, 2 to 3 times per week. Avoid eating pumpkin in large amounts every day for long periods, as excess beta-carotene may cause yellowing of the skin or stomach discomfort. Always rotate with other vegetables. Buying and storage tips: choose pumpkins with firm skin, deep orange flesh, and intact stems. Store in a cool, dry place and use within a week of cutting. Check carefully for mold or soft spots before cooking. Finally, a real story. Mrs. Margaret, 73, from Liverpool, had suffered chronic insomnia for years. She relied on sleeping tablets every few nights, felt her skin was dry, her eyes tired, and her digestion poor. After she began adding simple steamed pumpkin and light pumpkin porridge into her suppers 3 times a week, she reported sleeping more soundly, feeling less anxious, and even noticing healthier skin. Pumpkin may look ordinary, but for seniors, it can be a gentle key to better rest, stronger health, and brighter spirits in everyday life here in England. When Mrs. Margaret, a 73-year-old from Liverpool, was guided to switch her evening meals to light pumpkin porridge with peas or steamed pumpkin with a touch of olive oil, she found that within just 2 weeks her sleep improved, her reliance on medication dropped, and her mornings felt brighter. To this day, she still enjoys pumpkin 2 or 3 evenings a week, often alongside other vegetables. She not only feels healthier herself, but has also inspired friends at her local community center to try the same, and many of them have noticed similar benefits. Another example is Mr. George, 65, from Manchester, who had long struggled with diabetes and high blood pressure. Since he began replacing heavy dinners with lighter options, broccoli, pumpkin, simple soups, his digestion improved, blood sugar stabilized, and he no longer wakes at night from sudden sugar drops. He often says, "It's not a miracle pill, just a humble plate of vegetables that helps the body heal naturally." Pumpkin is also deeply valued across international cuisines. In Japan, it is steamed, simmered in soups, or paired with seaweed for light suppers that are easy to digest. In Korea, pumpkin with lotus seeds is used to calm stress and support restful sleep. In Europe and the United States, creamy pumpkin soups, roasted pumpkin salads, and olive oil dressings are popular ways to protect the heart and boost immunity. Here in the UK, you'll find pumpkin in autumn harvest pies, soups served with bread or baked with herbs as part of a Sunday dinner. For older adults, pumpkin is more than a cheap and easy vegetable. It is a natural medicine that supports eyesight, sleep, skin health, blood pressure, and digestion. More importantly, pumpkin reminds us of a timeless truth. Lasting health doesn't always come from expensive drugs or luxury supplements, but from simple, consistent habits at the dinner table. After learning so much about pumpkin, dear friends, you may be even more convinced that health in old age doesn't require elaborate, meat-heavy meals. Sometimes, just one modest vegetable from the garden can transform life in extraordinary ways. Yet our journey to live joyfully and healthily in the golden years does not stop here. Up next, let us discover another unsung hero of the dinner table, chives. This quiet green medicine nurtures the nervous system, strengthens bones, cleanses the gut, and supports deep, restful sleep. Don't miss it, because with just one small change to your evening plate, your health can shift dramatically. If pumpkin is the golden friend for clear eyes, smooth skin, and a strong heart, then chives are the gentle doctor, silently caring for your nerves, bones, and digestion each day. I still remember in my childhood in rural England, many families would grow bunches of chives along the garden wall or near the kitchen door. At supper, they would be quickly snipped and added to eggs, tossed in a light broth, or simply blanched and dressed with mild sauce, a refreshing, soothing dish after a long day's work. Few realized then that inside these delicate green stalks lay countless health treasures, sometimes even greater than modern supplements. The nutritional profile of chives, nature's green pharmacy for seniors. Vitamin K, the cement that anchors calcium to bones. Few know that in just 100 grams of fresh chives, there can be over 210 micrograms of vitamin K, more than 170% of the daily requirement for older adults, according to the British Nutrition Foundation. Vitamin K is the key to locking calcium firmly into bones, slowing osteoporosis, the silent disease that causes fractures, bent spines, and chronic pain in old age. For women after menopause, eating chives 2 or 3 times a week is a simple, natural way to protect bone strength. Folate, vitamin B9, and the B-complex vitamins nourishment for the nerves and blood. Chives are rich in folate, essential for DNA repair and new cell formation. Along with B1, B2, B3, and B6, they support memory, stabilize energy, and prevent fatigue, tingling, or anxiety. A 2020 Oxford University study confirmed that diets high in folate and B vitamins reduced dementia risk by up to 34% and improved sleep quality in people over 65. Truly, chives, like pumpkin, are proof that simple foods can carry profound power for longevity, clarity, and peace of mind. Chives may look delicate, but they are a quiet powerhouse in the kitchen, especially for seniors here in the UK. Often sprinkled over a bowl of soup or folded into scrambled eggs, these humble green stalks carry surprising benefits for bones, nerves, the heart, and digestion. Strong bones and joints. Beyond their rich supply of vitamin K, chives provide plant-based calcium, magnesium, and manganese, minerals that support bone density, ease back pain, and assist cartilage repair after the age of 60. Unlike calcium from dairy, which some older adults in Britain struggle to digest, the calcium in chives is easily absorbed and gentle on the kidneys. A tonic for the nervous system. Chives are a natural source of choline, a compound essential for memory, alertness, and restful sleep. Research from Harvard University in 2017 found that older adults who consumed more choline-rich foods, including chives, eggs, and beans, reduced their risk of dementia by 20% and maintained sharper focus compared with those who did not. Antioxidants for healthy aging. Just 100 grams of fresh chives contain around 35 mg of vitamin C and a wealth of vitamin A alongside flavonoids and sulfur compounds similar to those in garlic and onions. These antioxidants help protect blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and guard against oxidative stress, keeping the eyes clear, the skin smooth, and the immune system strong, particularly during Britain's colder seasons when colds and flu are more common. Digestive balance and gut health. With 1/6 g of fiber per 100 grams, chives act like a gentle broom, clearing toxins from the intestines, softening stools, and feeding beneficial gut bacteria. This makes them ideal for seniors managing constipation, irritable bowel, or blood sugar fluctuations. Clinical trials in 2021 showed that older patients who ate lightly cooked chives 3 times a week enjoyed 28% longer deep sleep and more alert mornings. thanks to the calming effect of their unique blend of carline, phthalate, and flavonoids on the nervous system. Stronger bones, fewer fractures. A 2019 Japanese study on seniors aged over 65 confirmed that those who included chives twice weekly, combined with light exercise and sun exposure, had 14% greater bone density in the hips and spine compared with those who rarely ate them. Vitamin K in chives helped calcium bind more effectively, reducing fracture risk by over 20%. Gentle on the liver and heart. Sulfur-based compounds in chives not only support liver detox, but also lower cholesterol and protect arteries. Research published in Cancer Research 2021 highlighted that saponins in chives reduced blood lipids, stabilized blood pressure, and even showed protective effects against cancers of the breast, prostate, and colon. Diabetes and blood sugar control. Chives slow sugar absorption, improve insulin sensitivity, and prevent dangerous nighttime blood sugar swings that often disturb sleep. Many seniors find that including chives at supper helps avoid night sweats and fatigue the next morning. How to enjoy chives for maximum benefit. Best time to eat, supper or early evening. Nutritionists encourage eating chives in the evening as they aid digestion, calm the body, and improve sleep. Simple cooking methods. Blanch lightly for 2-3 minutes and serve with plain rice and a mild sauce. Stir into scrambled eggs for an easy, protein-rich dish. Prepare a light broth with tofu, prawns, or lean chicken for recovery after illness. Creative options. Use chives as filling for dumplings, blend into salads, or mix with cottage cheese for a refreshing spread. These simple variations not only add flavor but also increase nutrient absorption. In many English households, chives might appear only as a garnish, but for seniors they can be much more. A natural protector of bones, nerves, digestion, and immunity. Quiet but powerful, chives deserve a place at the heart of the dinner table. A small but important reminder, because chives are naturally high in vitamin K, anyone taking blood-thinning medication such as warfarin should first check with their doctor before adding large amounts to their diet. Chives should not be fried in heavy oil or seasoned too strongly. They absorb fat quickly, which can lead to indigestion or raised cholesterol. For best results, blanch them lightly until just tender, keeping their bright green color and fresh aroma. Smart meal combinations for seniors in the UK. A gentle chive and prawn porridge for those with weak digestion, poor sleep, or fatigue, perfect as a light supper. Scrambled eggs with chives, mushrooms, and carrots, a quick dish that boosts vitamins and supports immunity. Tofu and chive broth, refreshing, liver-friendly, and easy to digest. Lightly blanched chives with brown rice, especially helpful for seniors managing diabetes, high blood pressure, or cholesterol. Chives in traditional remedies and modern medicine. For centuries, folk traditions across Europe valued chives as a soothing herb for the lungs, nerves, and digestion. A common home remedy in rural England once involved chives simmered with honey, taken at night to ease coughs and improve sleep. Modern herbalists still praise this practice for its calming, anti-inflammatory effect. A 2021 study from the London Institute of Herbal Medicine found that seniors who consumed chive tea or chive-based soups 3 to 4 times a week reported fewer nighttime awakenings and deeper sleep. 1. A natural sleep aid. Thanks to their carline, phthalate, magnesium, and flavonoids, chives calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and support deeper rest. 2. Support for blood health. Phthalate and iron in chives, together with vitamin C, stimulate red blood cell production and prevent anemia, one of the common causes of dizziness, fatigue, and cold extremities in older adults. Dishes like chive and minced chicken porridge or chive soup with lean beef are excellent for maintaining energy. 3. Gentle digestive support. The warm, slightly pungent nature of chives stimulates the gut, reduces bloating, prevents chronic constipation, and nourishes the beneficial bacteria in the intestines. They even appear in some British herbal practices for easing hemorrhoids. 4. Liver detox and heart protection. Sulfur compounds and saponins in chives help the liver flush out toxins, lower cholesterol, and support arterial health. A 2021 paper in Cancer Research highlighted that these compounds reduce fat in the blood, stabilize blood pressure, and even suppress cancer cell growth. 5. Blood sugar stability. By slowing sugar absorption and improving insulin sensitivity, chives reduce the risk of nighttime blood sugar swings that disturb sleep. Practical advice for seniors who should eat more chives: older adults with insomnia, back pain, digestive weakness, anemia, or high cholesterol. Vegetarians can also rely on chives for extra vitamins and minerals. Who should be cautious? Seniors on warfarin, vitamin K can interfere with treatment. Those with acute diarrhea and the very few who are allergic to garlic/onion family plants. Sharpening and storage tips: choose fresh, tender green chives without wilting or damage. Wash carefully before cooking. Do not eat chives that have been stored for too long; they may ferment and upset digestion. Store in the fridge and use within 2 to 3 days for best quality. A real-life story from England. Mr. Thomas, 68, from Manchester, had struggled with insomnia, back pain, and constipation for nearly a decade. Conventional medicine gave him little relief. On his daughter's advice, he began eating chives regularly, blanched in scrambled eggs or in light soups 3 to 4 times a week, alongside gentle walks and morning sunlight. Within weeks, he noticed he slept longer, his digestion felt easier, and his energy each morning was restored. Chives may be small, but for older adults, they can make a powerful difference to sleep, digestion, heart health, and overall vitality. After just 1 month, Mr. Robert from London reported that he was sleeping more deeply, his back pain eased, his digestion became regular, and his mood was brighter without relying on sleeping tablets. Similarly, Mrs. Helen, aged 62, from Manchester, who had long suffered from irritable bowel, bloating, and itchy skin due to poor liver function, found relief after adjusting her evening meals. With lightly steamed chives, tofu and chive soup, and even warm chive tea with honey, she noticed better sleep, easier digestion, and fewer skin irritations after only 3 weeks. Chives are not only valued in Britain, but across the world's kitchens and healing traditions. In China, chives are considered a vegetable of longevity, appearing in dumplings, stir-fries with prawns, and soups for older adults. In Japan, chives are gently blanched and dipped in miso, helping to cool the liver and improve rest. In Korea, chives are mixed into kimchi or salads, boosting immunity against winter colds. Here in the UK, chives often garnish soups, omelets, or creamy mashed potatoes, but for seniors, they are far more than a garnish. Dear friends, growing older does not mean we must accept sleepless nights, back pain, constipation, or fragile bones. Sometimes a simple change, adding a handful of chives to supper regularly, can be the golden key to calming the nerves, strengthening bones, cleansing the gut, cooling the liver, and restoring restful sleep. These are gifts that expensive supplements cannot always deliver, yet nature offers them freely if we choose to use them wisely. So if you ever wonder, what should I eat to stay healthy at this age? The answer can begin with something as modest as a plate of green vegetables or a few fresh chives on your evening plate. With consistency and self-care, you will notice real changes in your health within weeks. Each of us has our own story, but lasting health always begins with the smallest, simplest steps. And after chives, the quiet green doctor of old age, there are still more natural treasures to explore at the English dinner table. Next, we turn to the purple jewel, the aubergine eggplant. This humble vegetable carries surprising strength for the heart, blood pressure, digestion, and even restful sleep. Every color of food in your evening meal plays a part in nourishing the body. If chives are the gentle green healer, then aubergine is the purple medicine that nature has gifted to seniors, quiet, unassuming, but extraordinary in its effects. When I was a child in rural England, aubergines were less common, but in many gardens you could still see them growing with little effort, producing firm purple fruit. Older folk cherished them. On hot summer days, a simple dish of steamed aubergine with light sauce or baked aubergine with olive oil paired with bread was enough to satisfy hunger and bring relief. Yet in today's fast-paced life, people often forget these natural medicines and turn to costly supplements instead. But it is the aubergine, humble as it looks, that contains a wealth of benefits for senior health. The nutrition profile of aubergine: small in size, mighty in power. Anthocyanins, the purple shield for the heart. The deep purple skin of aubergine comes from anthocyanins, some of the strongest antioxidants in nature. A 2019 study from Harvard University showed that anthocyanins help neutralize free radicals, protect blood vessels from damage, reduce the risk of atherosclerosis, and lower chances of heart attack and stroke. For seniors, regular consumption of anthocyanin-rich foods slows aging, supports longevity, keeps the skin radiant, and sharpens the mind. Potassium and magnesium, the golden duo for blood pressure. In just 100 grams of fresh aubergine, you will find around 230 mg of potassium and 14 mg of magnesium, two minerals that work together to stabilize blood pressure, relax blood vessels, and protect against hypertension. Potassium in aubergine eggplant helps relax blood vessels, regulate blood pressure naturally, and ease strain on the heart. Magnesium, meanwhile, stabilizes heart rhythm, lowers stress, and supports deeper, calmer sleep. According to the World Health Organization, a diet rich in potassium and magnesium but moderate in sodium is one of the key strategies to prevent high blood pressure, especially important for adults over 60. A hidden fiber champion. A medium-sized aubergine contains around 3 grams of fiber, both soluble and insoluble. This silent doctor for the gut softens stools, stimulates natural bowel movements, and prevents constipation, one of the most troublesome issues in later life. Fiber in aubergine also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, helping stabilize blood sugar and reduce absorption of harmful cholesterol. In fact, a 2020 study from the British Nutrition Foundation found that seniors who ate aubergine 2 to 3 times per week reduced their risk of chronic constipation by 28% and colitis by nearly 20% compared with those who rarely ate vegetables. Chlorogenic acid, the liver's silent bodyguard. Aubergine is rich in chlorogenic acid, a powerful natural compound. Not only does it act as an antioxidant, but it also lowers cholesterol, protects liver cells from damage, reduces inflammation, and improves blood sugar control. For older adults, it helps keep liver enzymes stable, reducing the risk of fatty liver and cirrhosis, conditions common after 60. Polyphenols, allies against diabetes. Polyphenols in aubergine slow down glucose absorption, lowering blood sugar spikes after meals and protecting eyes, nerves, and the heart from diabetic complications. With its naturally low glycemic index, aubergine is a safe and supportive food for people with type 2 diabetes. A bouquet of vitamins and minerals. While aubergine is not as high in vitamin C as citrus fruits, each 100 grams still provides 2 mg of vitamin C, small amounts of B1, B6, vitamin E, as well as trace minerals like iron, manganese, and copper. Together, these nutrients support memory, energy, metabolism, immunity, and help slow the skin's aging process. Scientific evidence from around the world. A 2017 U.S. study published in the Nutrients Journal found that eating 200 g of aubergine daily for 12 weeks reduced LDL cholesterol by 16%, increased HDL by 8%, and significantly lowered markers of vascular inflammation in people over 60. Anthocyanins in aubergine also reduced arterial blockages, while average systolic blood pressure dropped by 7 mmHg after 2 months. A 2020 Japanese study showed that pre-diabetic seniors who added 150 g of aubergine 3 times per week had improved insulin sensitivity and lower post-meal blood sugar swings, reducing dangerous nighttime hypoglycemia. Aubergine's chlorogenic acid and anthocyanins protect the liver from alcohol, processed foods, and common medications that often strain liver function in later years, helping to lower enzyme levels and prevent fatty liver. Potassium in aubergine promotes relaxation of the nervous system, lowers tension, and calms the heartbeat, supporting deeper sleep in the elderly. Families in Britain once valued aubergine in light evening meals, roasted with herbs or gently steamed, as a traditional way to ease digestion and avoid restless nights. With its fiber and antioxidants, aubergine also contributes to colon health, reducing the risk of polyps and bowel cancer. For seniors in England, a simple dish of roasted aubergine with olive oil or mashed aubergine spread on wholemeal toast is more than just food. It is nature's gentle medicine for the heart, the liver, the gut, and a good night's sleep. Fiber and polyphenols in aubergine act as guardians of the gut lining, lowering the risk of colitis and polyps that can silently erode the quality of life in later years. Aubergine has long been recognized both in folk tradition and in modern nutrition as a natural medicine for seniors. How did people use aubergine in the past? In English villages, when aubergine was in season, many elders would enjoy it steamed or roasted as a light evening dish, especially during hot summers when the stomach was weak and digestion slow. A simple plate of steamed aubergine with a drizzle of olive oil was not only cooling but also soothing to the gut, bringing lighter sleep. Some families roasted aubergines over open flame, peeled and mashed them, then mixed with herbs and light seasoning, a rustic dish that many older people remember fondly. What does traditional healing say about aubergine? In old herbal medicine, aubergine was considered cooling, cleansing the blood, easing inflammation, and gently supporting the bladder and digestive system. It was often recommended for bowel cramps, restless nights, or aching joints caused by sluggish circulation. The right way to eat aubergine for senior health. Best time, evenings. Eating aubergine at supper helps the body feel lighter, promotes deeper sleep, and reduces digestive strain. For those who suffer bloating or insomnia, lightly steamed or baked aubergine is ideal. Pairings combine with carrots, tofu, or spring onions to add flavor and extra vitamins. Roasting the whole aubergine preserves its fiber and nutrients, while steaming keeps it gentle on digestion. Avoid deep frying, as aubergine absorbs oil easily and can raise calories, unsuitable for those with high cholesterol or diabetes. Creative, healthy dishes. Aubergine with tofu and tomatoes creates a heart-friendly stew. Grilled aubergine tossed with olive oil, garlic, and a splash of apple cider vinegar makes a refreshing salad. Aubergine with mushrooms adds vitamin D and antioxidants, supporting bones and immunity. When paired with nuts or seeds, it supplies healthy fats and vitamin E, improving nutrient absorption. Aubergine across cultures. In Japan, aubergine nasu is regarded as a longevity vegetable, often steamed, served with miso, or gently simmered in broth to cool the liver and aid sleep. Around the Mediterranean, aubergine is king of vegetables, featured in classics like baba ganoush, ratatouille, or moussaka, supporting weight control and blood pressure. In India, aubergine curries spiced with turmeric and garlic are used to fight chronic inflammation and aid digestion. In Italy, aubergine appears in parmigiana and vegetarian lasagna, providing fiber that protects digestion and reduces constipation, common issues in old age. Real-life stories. Mrs. Margaret, 67, from Liverpool, struggled with high blood pressure, poor sleep, and irritable bowel. After 2 months of having steamed aubergine 3 times a week, along with light soups of tofu and mushrooms, her blood pressure stabilized, her digestion became more regular, and her sleep improved without morning fatigue. Mr. Edward, 72, from Manchester, who had high cholesterol and type 2 diabetes, was advised to replace heavy meats with more vegetables at supper. His daughter prepared aubergine salad with parsley, tofu, and roasted nuts. After a month, his LDL cholesterol dropped significantly, and his morning blood sugar was 12 mg/dl lower. Dear friends, aubergine may look humble, but it is truly a purple medicine gifted by nature, protecting the heart, calming digestion, balancing blood sugar, and even improving sleep. In the English kitchen, as around the world, this simple vegetable holds a quiet power for those in later life. Mr. George, 65, from London, once struggled with early-stage bowel cancer and poor digestion after chemotherapy. By adjusting his suppers to include more aubergine steamed with mushrooms, added to light vegetable broths, he found his stomach more comfortable, constipation eased, and even his complexion brighter. Who should eat aubergine regularly? Older adults with high blood pressure, heart concerns, high cholesterol, or type 2 diabetes. Those troubled by poor sleep, bloating, or sluggish bowels. Seniors aiming for natural weight control and lighter evening meals. People recovering from illness or managing liver conditions who need gentle nourishment without heaviness. Who should be cautious? Anyone with acute diarrhea, since aubergine's cooling nature can worsen symptoms. Individuals with rare allergies to nightshades. People with rheumatoid arthritis should keep portions modest, as aubergine contains a trace of solanine, best discussed with a doctor. It should never be eaten raw and not overloaded with oil, as it absorbs fat quickly. How to choose and store aubergine. Select firm, glossy fruit with green stalks, no soft patches, and a healthy weight in the hand. Store in the fridge and use within 2 to 4 days after that. Aubergine becomes spongy and loses nutrients. Sample weekly plan for seniors. Monday, steamed aubergine with tofu. Wednesday, roasted aubergine with garlic and olive oil. Friday, aubergine and tomato stew with herbs. Sunday, aubergine baked with mushrooms and carrots. Lightly seasoned, paired with other vegetables, and served with warm water in the evening, these dishes soothe digestion while protecting the heart and blood sugar. Folk wisdom and practical tips. Before cooking, slice aubergine lengthwise and soak briefly in salted water to soften and reduce its slight bitterness. Roast or steam rather than deep fry to avoid excess oil. Pair with garlic, lemon, or fresh parsley to enhance flavor and add anti-inflammatory benefits. Avoid aluminium pans, which can darken the color. Dear friends, sometimes the simplest answers to health do not come from expensive supplements, but from the humble foods on our evening plates. Aubergine is not just filling. It nourishes the heart, stabilizes blood pressure, protects the liver, and supports the gut, guarding against diabetes and cholesterol. Why wait until illness strikes to make changes? Begin now with nature's purple medicine at supper. True health in later life is built on small, wise choices. Clean vegetables, simple meals, gentle walks, a positive spirit, and kindness towards oneself at the dinner table. And after discovering the deep value of aubergine, let us now move to the final gift in our collection of longevity vegetables, purslane. Though often overlooked as a weed along pathways and gardens in England, this humble green has been cherished for centuries as a quiet protector of the gut, the liver, and the immune system. So stay with me, dear friends, as we explore why purslane has earned its reputation as the silent guardian of healthy aging. One of nature's quiet treasures, long overlooked, is what modern nutritionists now call the longevity leaf, purslane. Once dismissed as a poor man's vegetable growing in the fields of rural England, it is today recognized as a true superfood for older generations. The nutrition profile of purslane, a forgotten gold mine. Purslane, Portulaca oleracea, grows low to the ground with fleshy stems and small, juicy leaves. Its slightly tangy taste and cooling properties made it common in cottage gardens and along country lanes across Britain. In harder times, people often regarded it as a weed, but modern science has revealed it to be one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Just 100 grams of purslane provides around 350–400 mg of alpha-linolenic acid, comparable to small oily fish like mackerel or sardines. Alongside this, purslane is packed with vitamins A, C, and E, protecting cells against oxidative damage, strengthening immunity, and reducing inflammation. The B vitamins B1, B2, B3, B6, and folate support energy metabolism, nerve health, and restful sleep. Minerals such as iron, magnesium, potassium, zinc, and calcium restore electrolyte balance, prevent cramps, and protect the heart. Its fiber, both soluble and insoluble, nurtures gut health, lowers cholesterol, and prevents constipation. Purslane also carries a range of natural anti-inflammatory compounds, flavonoids, betalains, and organic acids that detoxify and protect liver cells. Its glutathione and beta-cyanins act like bodyguards, neutralizing free radicals, cooling the blood, and supporting the liver, a dieter's ally. With only 16 calories per 100 grams, purslane fills you up without weighing you down, perfect for seniors aiming to lose weight gently, control blood sugar, and keep the evening meal light. Scientific evidence for its healing power. Gut health. Purslane's fiber softens stools, increases bulk, and stimulates natural bowel movements. Seniors who eat purslane regularly report fewer struggles with constipation and a lower risk of hemorrhoids or prolapse. Its polyphenols feed beneficial gut bacteria, reducing harmful microbes and calming colitis. Organic acids such as malic and ascorbic acid help ease inflammation in the digestive tract, soothing symptoms of irritable bowel or stomach ulcers. A U.S. nutrition study in 2020 showed that people over 60 who ate purslane 2 to 3 times a week for 3 months reduced chronic constipation by 27% and abdominal pain by 33%. Liver support. Purslane's betalains and glutathione help neutralize toxins, protect liver cells from alcohol, medication, or heavy fats, and reduce liver enzyme levels. Research across China and South Korea, 2018–2022, confirmed purslane's ability to regenerate liver tissue and prevent fatty liver disease, especially valuable for older adults. It also relieves common liver heat symptoms, rashes, itching, bitter taste in the mouth, and poor breath. Heart and circulation. Its plant-based omega-3 reduces inflammation in blood vessels, lowers bad cholesterol, and prevents hardening of the arteries. Potassium relaxes blood vessels, stabilizes blood pressure, and lowers the risk of heart attack and stroke. Vitamin C and flavonoids add extra protection by strengthening the vessel walls. A 2019 study published in Phytotherapy Research showed that patients over 65 with hypertension who added purslane to their evening meals saw systolic blood pressure drop by an average of 8 mmHg and diastolic by 5 mmHg in just 12 weeks. Diabetes control. Purslane contains natural polysaccharides that slow glucose absorption, improve insulin sensitivity, and help prevent the dangerous spikes in blood sugar that accelerate complications in older adults. Dear friends, purslane may once have been dismissed as common or ordinary, but science now honors it as a gift of nature. On the supper table in Britain today, whether added to a fresh salad with olive oil and lemon, gently steamed with carrots, or folded into a warm soup, purslane is a quiet healer, nourishing the gut, protecting the liver, guarding the heart, and helping the body age gracefully. Polyphenols in purslane help slow down the absorption of glucose and improve insulin sensitivity. By naturally reducing the activity of enzymes that break starch into sugar, purslane prevents sudden spikes in blood sugar after meals. Its high water and fiber content keeps older adults feeling full for longer, easing late-night sugar cravings. A 2021 study in Iran reported that patients with type 2 diabetes who ate boiled purslane twice a week for 3 months lowered their HbA1c by an average of 0.6% and reduced fasting blood sugar by 9-12 points, while also experiencing fewer complications linked to the eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Immunity and anti-inflammatory support. Vitamin C, iron, zinc, and betalains in purslane stimulate white blood cells, boosting resistance against infections. Flavonoids and betalains reduce chronic inflammation, helping protect against arthritis, liver problems, and skin conditions. Polyphenols and beta-cyanins even show potential in suppressing cancer cell growth, especially in the bowel, liver, and prostate. A real-life case from Britain. I recall Mr. Henry, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Manchester. He had struggled with type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, fatty liver, and chronic constipation. Nights were restless, waking to urinate several times with itchy skin and constant fatigue. When asked about his diet, he admitted that in childhood he often ate purslane from his grandmother's garden but had since abandoned it for more common vegetables. After hearing about its benefits, his daughter began growing purslane in pots on their balcony. Twice or 3 times a week, they prepared it boiled with a pinch of salt, sometimes cooked in light broth with dried shrimp, or simply tossed in a salad with olive oil and tomatoes. Within 2 months, Henry's liver enzymes improved, blood sugar stabilized, his skin cleared, and most importantly, he enjoyed deeper sleep without waking repeatedly at night. How to select and prepare purslane. Choose young, tender leaves and stems, firm and green, not yellowed or wilted. Store in a paper bag or sealed container in the fridge and use within 2 or 3 days. Popular methods. Boil lightly with a little salt and serve warm with light soy sauce. Add to soups with fish or beans, or make a fresh salad with onion, garlic, tomatoes, and olive oil. It also blends beautifully into brown rice porridge with lentils, light, cooling, and easy to digest. Important note, purslane has a naturally cooling property. Seniors with very weak digestion, loose bowels, or sensitivity to cold should eat it in moderation and balance it with warming spices such as ginger or mint. Folk wisdom and traditional remedies. In Old English countryside traditions, purslane was sometimes called poor man's greens. Farm workers gathered it in summer to relieve heat and thirst during long days in the fields. Its broth was also used to ease rashes or mild urinary discomfort. Grandmothers often gave children purslane water with a pinch of salt to calm stomach upset or diarrhea. Women recovering after childbirth valued purslane porridge with peas or beans to cool the body and restore energy. Herbal medicine perspective. Known in classical texts as herba portulaci, purslane was said to cool the blood, reduce fever, and aid digestion. It was prescribed for mild diarrhea, urinary infections, swelling, or skin eruptions. Modern science agrees. Today, purslane is praised as one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, supporting the heart, calming inflammation, and protecting brain and eye health in older adults. For many seniors in Britain, a simple bowl of purslane soup or salad at supper may be as effective as expensive supplements, gentle, natural, and nourishing from within. Across many hospitals in the United States, Japan, and even Europe, doctors have begun encouraging older adults and diabetic patients to include purslane in their weekly diet. Purslane for different groups of seniors. 1. For those with diabetes, purslane naturally balances blood sugar, eases late-night cravings, and improves insulin sensitivity, helping to prevent complications in the eyes, kidneys, and nerves. 2. For people with high cholesterol or fatty liver, its omega-3s, fiber, and flavonoids lower harmful fats, protect the liver, and reduce artery blockages. 3. For seniors prone to heat, rashes, or restless sleep, purslane has a cooling effect, supports detoxification, encourages deeper rest, and reduces night sweats or irritation. 4. For digestive troubles such as constipation or weak bowels, it soothes the gut, restores balance to the microbiome, and helps the colon recover after inflammation. 5. For those seeking weight control, purslane is light in calories, high in fiber and water, keeping the stomach comfortable and preventing uncontrolled weight gain in the evenings. Let me share a story closer to home. Mr. Thomas, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Liverpool, had struggled for 3 years with type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, and sleepless nights. He often complained of itchy skin and constant fatigue. Instead of relying solely on medication, he remembered the wisdom of his grandparents and began growing purslane in his small back garden. Most evenings, he had a light bowl of porridge simmered with purslane or a gentle broth with dried fish and beans. Twice a week he enjoyed it simply boiled with a soft boiled egg. After 6 months, his blood sugar dropped from 8.2 to 6.7. His liver readings returned to normal, and he could finally sleep through the night without irritation. His mood lifted, and he regained the cheerful energy of his teaching days. A sample weekly menu with purslane for seniors. Monday and Wednesday, light purslane broth with dried fish. Friday, boiled purslane with olive oil dip. Sunday, purslane porridge with peas and brown rice. Throughout the week, add purslane salad with tomatoes, vinegar, and herbs alongside other seasonal vegetables. This keeps nutrition balanced while cutting down on salt and heavy starches. Precautions. Purslane is safe for most people, but those with very weak digestion or diarrhea should eat modest amounts. Wash thoroughly to avoid parasites. Eating excessive amounts in one day, particularly for those with very low blood pressure. Pregnant women are advised not to consume too much purslane due to its cooling and blood-moving nature. The takeaway message: dear friends, lasting health in later life does not always come from expensive supplements or complicated diets. More often, it is hidden in the simplest of meals: a humble bowl of vegetables, a light supper, a habit of balance and consistency. Purslane is like a silent guardian, supporting digestion, protecting the liver, caring for the heart, keeping blood sugar stable, and preventing dangerous complications. With just a few servings each week, paired with gentle walks, steady routines, and an optimistic spirit, seniors can maintain strength and peace well into their golden years. So now we've completed our journey through 5 remarkable vegetables: broccoli, pumpkin, chives, aubergine, and purslane. Each one is a quiet gift from nature, modest yet powerful in its healing force. In the next chapter, I'll help you put all the lessons together: how to combine vegetables wisely, how to build harmony on your plate, and how to turn everyday meals into a foundation for long, healthy living. And as we look back, perhaps many of you will see echoes of your own childhood suppers, simple plates shared with family, rich not in luxury but in love. That is where true well-being begins. Beyond the story of each individual vegetable, the greater lesson lies in how we combine them, turning simple greens into a vital part of supper that nourishes the body, calms the mind, and gives seniors a foundation for lasting health. Steamed vegetables are not just side dishes, they are living medicine on the plate. For much of our younger years, when digestion is strong and energy seems endless, we rarely stop to value a bowl of soup or a plate of boiled greens. But as we grow older, facing indigestion, sleepless nights, high blood pressure, diabetes, or cholesterol, we begin to truly understand the quiet power of nature's produce. In my years of practice, I have seen many older patients in London who overlooked vegetables, sticking to heavy suppers of meat, chips, and rich sauces. Over time, their health faltered, chronic constipation, hypertension, a poor sleep, fading memory. Yet once they embraced the habit of adding vegetables wisely, choosing the right steamed greens suited to their own health conditions, the change was visible in just weeks: lighter digestion, steadier blood pressure, deeper sleep, brighter moods. That is why I often say a plate of steamed vegetables at supper is a prescription no pill can replace. The importance of combining different vegetables: broccoli, the memory keeper and cancer fighter; pumpkin, protecting the eyes and heart; chives, calming the nerves and aiding digestion; aubergine, cleansing blood vessels and steadying blood sugar; purslane, cooling the liver, easing inflammation and refreshing the blood. Relying too heavily on just one vegetable may lead to imbalance. For example, too much pumpkin can affect skin tone, while excess purslane may upset those with weak stomachs. Rotating and mixing a variety throughout the week ensures balance and maximizes benefits without unwanted effects. The broader impact: such combinations work across the body's systems, strengthening the heart, reducing stroke risk, supporting the gut, cleansing the liver, boosting immunity, preserving memory, and gently encouraging restful sleep. But beyond physiology, food heals emotions. A warm supper with bowls of vegetables brings families together, reminding older people they are cared for. The freshness, color, and simple flavor of the vegetables lift the spirit, soothing the worries of the day, a gift as essential as any nutrient. Guidelines for seniors' suppers: choose vegetables that are light, high in fiber, rich in vitamins and minerals, yet low in calories. Rotate 5 to 7 kinds through the week. Pair 2 or 3 in one meal, such as broccoli with pumpkin and chives or purslane with aubergine. Match to health needs: those prone to cold stomachs should limit raw purslane or chives. Those with high blood pressure should favor pumpkin and broccoli. Those with weak digestion need vegetables cooked until soft. Sample 7-day plan with 5 vegetables. Monday, broccoli steamed, served with light broth. Tuesday, pumpkin soup with soft bread. Wednesday, chives with scrambled eggs. Thursday, aubergine roasted with herbs. Friday, purslane salad with tomatoes and olive oil. Saturday, broccoli and pumpkin together in a light stew. Sunday, purslane porridge with peas and carrots. This simple rotation creates not just a balanced menu, but also a rhythm of comfort, healing, and joy for every evening meal. Steamed eggs with aubergine, pumpkin with tender tofu, light chicken breast with broccoli and chives, purslane soup served with whole grain bread. Such suppers may sound simple, yet they hold the secret to lasting health in later years. A sample 7-day supper plan for seniors in England. Monday, steamed broccoli with olive oil and a slice of grilled fish. Tuesday, pumpkin soup with oat bread, a touch of chives for flavor. Wednesday, aubergine roasted lightly with garlic paired with steamed chard. Thursday, purslane salad with cucumber and olive oil plus poached chicken. Friday, light chive omelette with mushrooms and carrots. Saturday, steamed broccoli and pumpkin stew served with whole grain rice. Sunday, purslane porridge with peas and a ripe avocado for dessert. Key principles: keep seasoning light, avoid too much salt, heavy sauces, or deep frying. Choose gentle proteins like fish, eggs, chicken breast, tofu, and small prawns cooked by steaming, boiling, or gentle roasting. Use whole grain starches, brown rice, porridge, sweet potatoes, or wholemeal bread. Add healthy fats in moderation: olive oil, avocado, walnuts, sunflower seeds. For dessert, simple fruit such as pears, apples, bananas, or oranges, taken an hour after the meal, helps digestion and prevents constipation. Cooking tips: steam or boil vegetables for 3-7 minutes only to preserve vitamins. Keep the vegetable stock as soup instead of discarding it. For pumpkin, aubergine, or purslane, wash thoroughly and cook with the skin to boost fiber intake. Add a drizzle of olive oil after cooking to enhance absorption of vitamins and E. The science behind combining vegetables. Studies from Japan, the US, and Europe show that seniors who eat a varied mix of antioxidant-rich vegetables like broccoli, pumpkin, aubergine, and purslane at least 3-5 times per week have 30–50% lower risk of chronic diseases compared to those who eat monotonously. Phytonutrients such as flavonoids, anthocyanins, glucosinolates, and carotenoids protect blood vessels, stabilize blood pressure, reduce inflammation, strengthen immunity, support memory, and improve sleep quality. The British Nutrition Foundation recommends that people over 60 eat at least 300–400 g of fruit and vegetables daily, ideally spread across meals, with more vegetables at supper for easier digestion and a restful night's sleep. Practical reminders: eat supper before 7:00 p.m. to avoid late-night indigestion. Those with weak digestion can add a little ginger or mint to balance the cool nature of some vegetables. Avoid repeating one type of vegetable too often. Rotate through a variety during the week. Seniors taking anticoagulants should consult their doctor about the right intake, as vitamin K may affect blood clotting. Always buy fresh, safe produce, wash thoroughly and soak in mild salt water before cooking. A real-life story. I will never forget Mrs. Margaret, 68, from Manchester. She once had to be hospitalized for chronic constipation, high cholesterol, and years of insomnia. She admitted that for decades she ate mostly meat and fish, rarely vegetables, believing that a hearty portion of meat keeps you strong. But poor sleep, headaches, and digestive troubles proved otherwise. Following my advice, she changed her suppers: steamed broccoli, pumpkin, purslane, aubergine with light garlic, and tofu. She gave up animal fat, switched to whole grain bread, and drank warm water in the evenings. After just 2 months, her digestion improved, her sleep became deeper, her headaches disappeared, and she regained her energy. With a smile, she said, "Now all I wish for is a simple meal with a few plates of vegetables, a little fish, and my family gathered around. That's real happiness." It's a story I still share with many patients today because it proves that the true miracle of health does not come from expensive medicines but from small, consistent changes at the dinner table. You see, a plate of steamed vegetables in the evening is not just a simple dish. It is a quiet secret to sustaining health, preventing illness, and nurturing peace of mind. By keeping to the habit of mixing different vegetables, preparing them properly, and paying attention to every little meal, one can feel the difference from inside out. Lighter digestion, deeper sleep, clearer thoughts, and a more joyful spirit to share with children and grandchildren. In the heart of London, where life often feels rushed and complicated, it is humbling to remember that wellness can be found in the most modest of meals. A bowl of warm vegetable soup, a plate of steamed greens, or a family supper gathered around the table. So let us not underestimate the power of these daily rituals. Every mindful meal is an act of self-care, every simple dish a promise of strength. And as we age, may we continue to cherish these small choices, for they are the keys to living not just longer, but happier, calmer, and closer to the ones we love. Asterisk.